Let there be peace and love. Welcome to Satsang. Why a human being is searching? Obviously it is to get something good, named peace or love or whatever, fame, some ideal one wants to attain, to be better, to be more happy. And that very strange search to know oneself, I search to know myself, will be fulfilled in a different way. It will be fulfilled, it will be real when one abandons his wish or his search. When he abandons the one he thinks he is, the one who is searching. And that is done at once. Because what we consider as veil or difficulty or efforts, they are just something made up by the mind. They are not real. There is no substance in it. So one has to be clear about this. First of all, what does he want really? And go for it. And it is, if it is for realization of the real self, of what I am in reality, the only direction is to surrender everything one thinks of himself, believes, and experiences. Not towards outside, but towards the first rising, the first expression, manifestation, which can be obviously through investigation. I am somebody. And what's left is not describable. The mind cannot make it out. So it's even not correct to speak of eternity or permanently peaceful. It gives too much concepts opposite to temporality or relativity of relative things. So, retreating, if someone thinks he is such, to retreat from there without stopping at the answer, since the answer is to abandon search and answers. What's happening? And please ask me, because sometimes I'm talkative and sometimes not. But you can make me talkative. see, when you come to satsang, there must be a reason, a simple reason that you like it, you are attracted to that, and with that, often there is a need to really be clearer or to realize, to be fulfilled in that search. So don't miss any opportunity about it. It is not like mushrooms on this planet. Oops. And if you have no question, why do you think you search?
Is it when it's done? Or is it every moment fresh and being alert and
It's
aware?
the same.
It's the same.
It's the same.
And then there's even, in a way, deepening, because
Deepening where?
It's
To deepen, you need to place yourself somewhere and deepen. To deepen what?
maybe only in the sense that it becomes more frequent in the.
No, these are ideas.
Nothing.
Ideas. Don't keep that idea of deepening or of frequency in the mind.
No. And when you are in the daily life, it's.
You are in the daily life. And
And
what
is
is daily life? What is daily life?
Everything and nothing, I would say.
No, daily life is something. But temporary. You cannot say everything and nothing.
And it's not that your mind picks it up from time to time and thinks, oh, that's that. That's not. You know then that it's not it. This.
And what if there was not even a knowing? You see, all this is when one is 1 foot in something similar than what is described or what the mind can understand from what is the real self, and 1 foot, but in this so-called reality, which is still taken for real. So you need to put always, you say, the clock properly in time. We say in English, I don't know. As long as you still struggle not to be lost in something, you are in the journey, in your own journey to want to realize the self. Once you are realizing the self, you see, you don't even have to ask how it is, unless you want to that I confirm something you live. Because you cannot make it out, and there is no problem. There is no problem. That's why it is peace itself, otherwise it would be again something temporary. Now, if you want to know exactly where you are, to confirm what you are living, it's another thing. It's better not to ask question how it is. It is written in all the scriptures. It's always there. I am that. It's bliss, it's love, it's knowledge. All that is written. No, you cannot apply that to your daily life. You see? That the scripture speaks of what's real. It doesn't mention, or it does mention that all the rest is temporary. It's like you cannot even say that it is. It appears, but actually it has no existence. So what do you really want to know? What do you live? What do you experience? It would be easier for me to reply to you.
Maybe it is it is confirmation and searching, and
you see, if you need a confirmation, you have to agree that there is someone who acquires something, who attains something, but not always. And then he would like to have a confirmation that when he is in the looking like reality, yes, it is that. But I cannot speak to that person about what it is. I can just say, if you still hesitate, if you still need a confirmation, there is a subject too much.
And it is arising, and it's always also disappearing again.
Yeah.
It's like a wave. It's not permanent.
Okay.
No.
Don't worry about that.
No.
Okay, great. That's much better.
It's even more when I'm here, I come all the way to see you, that then and you say, please ask questions, that there comes this big wave of, maybe Ganga can tell me, and it's not even, it's not permanent, it's the mind.
The drama of I, as a human being, is that it takes things, impermanent things, for permanent. Or at least, if it is not permanent, it thinks one day something, and it's always something good, of course, will be permanent. That is the illusion of the mind. So, don't trust the mind about what's real. He will never, but really never, figure it out. What you figure out, it's what it is not. That can become very clear. And where you are left, don't trouble it. You see, the mind exists because the subject of the mind, I, is taken for real. And so what it brings is that whatever comes from the I, that multiplicity will look like real. That's why you have to hear, really you have to hear, to be reminded. Don't enter into any movement just for a moment. The moment you give yourself a chance to realize what is always is. But what happens is, that can happen often in the life. Even when we are a child, we can have those 3 moments, no mind. Even now, why not? The thing is that when a thought arises, it's picked up. So it is becoming an experience of someone. There is an understanding of what happened, and so on. Again, the mind became the master of the subject. So, when one will hear, in this affair, don't pick up a thought, because a thought will always take the form of there is a beyond, there is more beyond. Is it it? It's not it. I'm lost of imagination, but anything it will give, any kind of search it will give again. So when will you hear, and you can hear it now, don't pick up a thought. Thoughts are for this world, for this body, for the movements, for the phenomena. That's all. But satsang is a moment we dedicate to that. To that cannot and surely will not be described. And that's what I am. So, don't pick up a thought about the subject. If this cannot be heard, then you have to ask questions to be clear, to be able to hear this. So, what theme you would like I express? What do you want? After all, what do you want?
Ganga.
Yeah, you? Yeah.
There is this saying that follow your heart, and I feel like I'm confused if this is different from searching the reality, searching the self. I feel like that this if I take this saying that follow your heart, it somehow pulls me out of the present moment.
But whose heart? Did you solve that? Whose heart?
Sorry?
Whose heart?
Yeah.
Did you solve that one? So you can drop the saying. The saying is good for the life. But satsang offers something else. He offers to end up search, the seeker. The perfect way to live, he will end up this ideal to go for better, to know what is, to realize, not to know with the mind, of course. So whose heart? It's a good question. Where are you left when you ask this question? That's the hard direction. And when you pass the heart, what's left? Like that. Yes.
It occurred to me,
Yeah.
and first of all, thank you for giving me nothing to hang on to.
Okay.
That's the
Yes.
Thank you. It occurred to me that there is actually no choice. Mind thinks there is a choice,
Yeah.
but I am self, and all there is self.
Yeah.
Then, though, I can't let go of the notion of other, because if there's no other, there is no I.
That's the point.
I know.
Yes. So, is there any question possible after this?
No.
Then keep quiet there.
It was very difficult to get the point here. You guys.
Sorry. Repeat, that would be...
Yeah.
You cannot come nearer. You.
Maybe, of course I can, but
Yeah.
there are others, but maybe...
You don't hear anything?
It's difficult. I can't
Yeah, no, I understand that. And there also... You could come here, and those who don't hear can come nearer.
That's very kind. Thank you very much.
He has heard enough. Somebody else has difficulty to hear? It's okay. The only thing I remember is that, what's your name? Christelle? Christelle told, if there is no other, there cannot be an I. There cannot be I. And I love the direction. So there is nothing much more to ask if you follow that direction.
Ganga?
Yeah.
When I was saying 2 months ago, I'm going, you said, are you not tired?
Mm.
And it kind of got me, because tiredness is there, but I keep moving. It keeps... So now, 2 months later, I had quite a travel. Suitcase on wheels, in the cold. Like, sometimes, what am I doing? But actually, I had a great time. Now, body is tired, I'm tired, I want a home. But I found myself booking to India.
Probably you still prefer to travel.
Yeah, but who is this? Who is preferring? I really would like a home. I would really love a fixed base. I just don't find myself. I don't know where to put it. Which country?
Suitcases are, yeah.
No,
They can be dropped somewhere.
It's really,
But I is difficult to drop or what? Suitcase is easy to drop somewhere.
While I'm traveling, I am so much in satsang. I'm so in love with it. It doesn't disturb that place.
But of course some people are gypsies by instinct and some not. I mean, it's not the point. It's not the point that you may get tired. You know very well that you can always rest somewhere. It would be a bit wiser when you are tired, take rest, and then only take your booking to travel again. Hmm?
You know, wherever this body goes, whatever is happening, there is such a love for satsang. It's just so unwavering.
But you are lucky. You are lucky. You see, in this body-mind, there will be always something. Or you are tired, or you are this, or you are that. What to do, huh? What to do? You are lucky to have satsang, to be in satsang, wherever you are, after all. Something to ask. No? No? Hein?
Je dis, je ne parle pas anglais.
Ah,
C'est le
oh.
problème.
Ça c'est...
C'est pas
Bon,
grave.
on peut traduire pas tout,
Non,
mais
c'est pas grave.
c'est ok.
On comprend un peu. On a l'habitude.
Okay. On essaye de ruiner ce jeu qui nous habite. Voilà.
C'est vrai que les mots sont très peur aussi.
If we remain as subject, as one thinks it is, there is a surge glued at it. There is a surge glued at it. Let it be materialistic, let it be spiritual. So, and that makes suffer. You must have seen by yourself. At least there is a wavering between pleasures and suffering. There is no peace. That's why at some point during the life, could be early or late, there is really this fire to, this urgency to know, but what's all this? What is all this phenomena? What is there anything more? Is anything else? Huh? So that is the call, the search for liberation, to know one real self. And the direction will be totally opposite to the directions of other search. Let it be in the name of happiness and love, as I said, but it was always with a cause. It starts, it has its span of life, it ends. Here it is before it's born, before any consciousness of having a mind. So realization is exactly that. To see what I am in reality has always been there, is always there. It's always available. Even though the mind may appear to be busy sometimes with this and that, when that's gone, where am I? In my own self. But if you have not solved, if you don't realize who you are, when one thought or one accomplishment is gone, where do you fall back? On a frustrated one, on a suffering one that you think you are. So this is called vicious circle. You can really make that disappear with realization. That's why it's so precious.
Ganga,
Yeah.
is the suffering necessary?
It looks like, but there are a few examples, like Buddha. He had everything. Everything. He just wondered how going outside for a walk, outside of his kingdom, protected kingdom. Oh, why people suffer? They are sick, they die, they are old. You see all that story. He was wondering, what is this? Yeah. But generally, it's because of suffering, that's sure. One is not satisfied. Whatever one tries, somehow he fails. There is always this, something is lacking. Or at least he always goes back to that, even having a satisfaction for a few moments.
Because I asked because, as we talked before, there's more turbulence for me, more mental turbulence over the past few weeks. And I heard someone else speak to you about a similar thing, but for them they said, in the background, they know that there's a peace, or that they are the peace. I can't remember the exact words they used. And for me that's not there yet. Well, that's I would say I don't know that.
Yeah.
So there's this real the turbulence gets me.
Yeah, sure.
Totally
Gets the one you think you are.
Yeah.
Huh? The one you can describe.
And the one I think I am wants this turbulence to be auspicious. Yeah, it wants this is why I asked the question. It's like, so this turbulence, this suffering, this is important, this is part of the process, or this is part of the journey.
There is no process in reality. You see, we have to cut off very quickly all these journeys and paths. It's true, to come to this there is one. But you cannot keep it as if it will never end then.
Yeah.
At some point you have to hear there is no path, because you are already that. And if you always speak of journey, then you have to think of ripening and progressing, and then there is no end of it. Because the mind, I tell you, presents always something better. It looks like, oh, this is it. Not possible. Much beyond, much beyond. The Buddhas, they only live this. Oh, no. This is the talk of the mind. So one is not at peace. So this is the trippy mind. It's the hypnotism, the magic that the mind produces to somebody. And that somebody produced the mind. I am produced this mind. It's together. So that's why, what is your origin? Who are you at the origin? Don't touch the eye for that. Don't forget about turbulences. Even don't touch the eye. Then you may see there was never a path, it was in the illusion. But if you trust the illusion, that path will have no end. You cannot trust that. Hmm?
Yeah, it seems so noisy at the minute. Yeah.
You see, you have to hear once. You have to hear that whatever the mind will present you, don't trust it. It speaks of something else, but not of what's real. So don't listen to that mind. Where are you left? That's the answer. Don't allow the mind to try to figure it out. Keep quiet at least a moment.
So if you don't listen to the mind, what do you do instead?
That's nice. Where are you left when you don't listen to the mind?
Yeah, I get lost.
No, that's a thought.
Yeah.
That's the mind.
It's an experience.
Yeah. It's the experience, yeah. Experience is in the mind. So don't listen to that experience. Just...
It's very difficult if you say, do not do this.
Yeah, I say always do not, like a teacher.
Yeah, it's always difficult.
What can I do? What can I do? I didn't learn enough good therapies to know how to say better. I continue all the way. It works also. Tell me a good way. Tell me a good way.
I would love to do, but I have no idea. Therefore, but you asked in the beginning what you search for. So
Yeah.
I search for this for an answer for this.
Yeah.
I would like to know. Okay, it sounds to me absolutely right. If you say that don't listen to your mind because your mind doesn't tell you the truth. This I would agree completely.
Okay.
But what do you do if you don't listen to your mind? This still remains my question.
Is it not a question? It's a question, you said yourself.
Question,
A
yes.
question is the mind.
Right.
Don't listen to the mind. One is radical or not, huh?
So somehow I have the impression that you are not fair.
Probably. Tell me why.
Of course, it's what my mind tells me right now. What doesn't feel fair is that in the beginning you asking us what you're searching for.
Yeah, sure.
So, and now I'm searching, and this is a question you direct to our minds. And then
Sure. And I'm answering. You don't understand that I am answering to your question.
Yes.
When I say this is, again, it's a thought, it's your mind, it's just to make you aware that we are aware generally of 80% of what's the mind, but for some reason what is we cherish and all that, or what we find still real, we will not put it as mind unless somebody says that's mine and say, oh my God, yes, then you drop it. In that way, that's the way I can tell directly why you still ask, because you listen to the mind. If you don't listen, maybe you will be just aware. Be aware.
Again, so if you tell me it's your mind what asks this question, I agree completely with you. But still I'm not content. It doesn't...
Yeah, because you pick up the next thought. So you don't try to see the direction of what I mean.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay.
Ganga. I want to share a topic that comes back and back since I know you. That I feel myself very attached to your physical form, and the more I'm here, the more I see myself as that you are in my mind as a family member or somebody who I am very much loving, and a lot of pain, emotion, and expectations come up.
Maybe I am the good occasion for that, so that things which are in you appear, but then no, they appear, you can to disappear. If they appear, it's to disappear, but not taking them again. You let them be lost.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want them to go away or to...
Yeah, sure. So don't be surprised it happens, you see. Whatever we have secretly or not or unconsciously stored, it has to appear to leave you. It has to. But if you know if it is to leave you and you want to be freed, you will do it. You will let them go. Mm-hmm. Till you let go your own shape. Yeah.
I'm tired to searching for happiness and love. It's these are depending on many things, outside things, and I am depending on many things. Sometimes I feel like an animal. I'm depending on my children. If somebody would tell me, what would you choose, freedom or your children? I cannot say freedom because it's like tired of this much dependence.
But you listen. In the phenomena, you can live whatever you have to live in your circumstances. It's not an hindrance to realize who you are. Do your things. If you don't have children, you will have a boyfriend. If you don't have a boyfriend, you will have a cave where you will get bored. There is always something in this phenomena as long as this lives. So it is not an excuse. You can search wherever or whatever circumstance you are put in. It's not an hindrance. Mm. And it's also a moment to still. A moment to still. Who am I who am doing this? Who is this mom? Who am I in reality? So you will see, you will always speak about a form, about something which appears, about something which has been born. It's okay, but it's not what I am. Hmm? In reality, it's not what I am. In appearances, I look like this. It appears like this. Who am I? You can steal that moment.
Yes, of course.
Good.
Sometimes I'm not sure about what I am searching. It's like changing all the time. I told this happiness. What is natural to search for, but sometimes I realize that it's not my goal. After all, I want something more.
Yeah, sure. It doesn't matter the word you may say. The mind doesn't know many words. So you will have the tour and then again you come back to the first word. Doesn't matter about that.
It's like...
Actually, if you are not happy enough with what the world offers you, you may search something more, as you said. And that something more is called, I don't know myself. Maybe you can try that one. I don't know myself. So I will do everything to realize myself, as proposed by the wise. Take it. I am that, even before I think about it. Or negate. Whatever you experience, okay, it's not it. Because it belongs to somebody. It's referring to the body, the heart, emotional heart, to the mind. I'm not it. Ready to do that?
Must be, because there is nothing else.
Yeah, there is nothing else. So, no choice. You have to do that. I would be very happy about that.
Me too. The happiness as an indication. If I'm happy, I could do what you tell. But I'm not happy then.
But you are not happy because nothing is enough fulfilling your search. So that is really the question here is really true. I have to know myself. It's what the wise say. Peace is when I realize myself, the true nature of things. The true nature which abides in everything and in nothing. I can do that. They did it, I can do that. It's the birthright of everyone. But then you have to follow what they say. The best is, I'm that. Okay, I'm that. If you can't, negate what you know, what you can know, what you experience, what you think. It's not it. You don't need to transform it. It's part of the phenomena. It goes on. But it's not it.
I do this all the time.
Then what you don't do maybe is to keep quiet a second. It's not it. Don't jump. Okay? Then, like that, they have a love for it, an attraction. Now you say you do it. So where are you now? Where are you now? What do you think of yourself?
I have a kind of tension.
Yeah. So you, okay. it looks real to you. Yeah. It's not it. It's not what I am. It belongs to this body, mind, okay. Sure. It's not what I am. And you keep quiet for a moment.
And attention can stay. It's not a...
You have to be busy with the investigation, not with the tension. You see, it's a choice. You want to investigate, not to be in tension. No, I want to investigate because finally understood that I will not have anything as happiness or peace in this body-mind. It's different. The motor is different.
I don't need to name the goal.
But we give a direction like free yourself from what you think you are. Okay. This is called also liberation or realization of the self or what the Buddha said or Rapaji or Ramana. They all try to point it out to this. Huh? But once you follow what is expressed in that direction, in the direction of your true self, you have to keep quiet a moment to honor, to let it work by itself where you are left. And then you are attracted to go back there till one day this going and coming leaves you.
Sometimes I feel this keeping quiet is not depending on me, on my will. Sometimes it overflows me, sometimes I can make effort and nothing happens.
Whatever you try, sometimes you fail, sometimes not. You see, mostly they want to come to satsang to search, to search oneself because they hear it's happiness and love and peace, but to have a better life. Then I tell you, it's not like this. It's not the contrary too, but it's not like this. You should not have any intention when you go for it. Okay. I mean, this is the price to pay because it's uncompromising. So. Yeah, Gopal.
Hi. I'm sticking a little bit. Yes. I am still, but I see that I'm expecting or looking always what coming up as the next to jump.
Kangaroo.
Yes. And then I'm still, but
Be a guru, don't be kangaroo. But then you have not to jump.
and I'm aware that I am free. So that
You're free.
Yes.
What is free?
Hmm?
What is free?
What is free?
You said I am free.
Yeah,
When?
I'm aware what I am
Ah,
is free.
ah,
Yes.
I am aware.
I am aware what I am really are is free. Or I am aware, yes.
The sentence is too long.
But it works.
So if it works, if you have you, then I have nothing to say. Congratulations.
But then when I hang around,
It works momentarily.
yes,
Because the sentence is too long. That's why it's momentary. I am aware is already quite enough.
yeah, you said to me once again, yes, I am aware. And then
But-
I tried it. I'm aware.
You cannot try. You can say I am aware of awareness itself when exactly nobody is there. So we'll try what? If there is still somebody trying, it means it's I who says so, and that's why it is temporary. Mm.
But then when I'm lost in the mind again, and
You are always lost in the mind. If both experiences or statements belong to somebody, you are in the mind in both ways.
but is this what it's now?
Yeah.
Is this also an experience? Because now it's free.
But what is free?
The mind is free.
No,
So if
you are freed from the mind,
Yeah, I'm
but
free
the
from
mind.
the mind. Yes.
You are freed from the mind, from the tyranny of the mind.
Yes.
Yeah. Then stop. I mean, punt. We say punt. Punt. Huh?
Yeah, I stop. Alright.
Ah.
Quiet.
Ah.
Yeah, I just be quiet.
So could you summarize in a few words what you were talking about? There was a lot of laughter, but I didn't get it.
Be quiet. Really?
So may I give a summary? Also, you suggest that I should be still or quiet. So people, if I summarize it, people laugh. You don't know exactly why, but somehow it's nice. That's maybe what I can summarize from
That's
my,
great.
from
You
my
caught
limited-
it. This is great. You caught it.
Huh?
Yeah, we laugh without reason, and it's so nice.
Yeah. That's
And you
important.
know, one laughs because he has no mind at that time. Yeah. No, it's not that. No, we will not make a technique to laugh all the time, to have no mind. You can be without mind and not laughing in this way. But when the guru speaks, it's okay. When the guru speaks, it's not okay. So we can choose. You know, the funny thing is, you're right. Satsang tries to point out to something it can never figure it out. Can never describe. So, it's funny. It's your first time in satsang.
Not the first, but the second.
I already saw you.
It's a completely different culture. It's like being in New Guinea or something like this. But it's interesting. I didn't expect such a extraordinary experience.
Yeah.
It's very different.
René has nothing left to ask or to say.
The questions I would have are only the phenomenal questions. So,
Yes. So, okay. Something else?
I feel in the day that is the attention goes to the mind, and I don't want it. And I, as you said, often keep quiet. But pull to the mind and to the phenomenon is.
Yeah, but you
strong.
see it. You see it.
I see it, and
Yes. So, no, you just have to see it. You know that all that concerns the phenomena. Mm. What I am is what can see that. That's all. Enough. And can you see that the search is gone? From here, the search, is it gone?
The search. There is a bit searching still. Yeah.
How come? You search what?
It's a search because I don't want to be involved in the phenomena. So then I start to search again. So it's
No, I just gave you a clue.
yeah.
It is enough if you see what things are. It's phenomenal. I am not what's phenomenal. I am what can see that.
Then there is no search.
Then there is no search.
Then there is no search.
Okay. Honor that yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you start always from here. The phenomena, as long as this body is alive, will always appear and disappear and go on changing. Don't have ideas that it would be something else. That would be a suggestion of the mind. So be vigilant.
There is no intention. It's a beautiful thing. I think it's hard to swallow.
Doesn't matter, you are capable of it.
It means no expectation.
The whole thing with it. It's not harmful if you expect to free yourself. It's a good matter, but with no other intention.
Yeah. But maybe I'm not sure what does it mean to free myself. Because if I try to put words on it, then it's already an intention.
Yeah, it's not it. But why you come to satsang? Because you want to realize what's indicated, what one speaks about, no?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what you want.
It's a kind of knowing, but it's not like...
You will never. The beauty is when the willing, the greed or the desire to know leaves you. That is the accomplishment. Some speak of surrendering of the mind. But even since we make so many images of that, it's just when that desire dries up, disappears.
I always needed a goal.
Yeah, this is the goal. It's the goal.
Yeah, but it's like giving up the goal.
The goal is not to give up the goal. The goal is to give up what you think it is. I experience this, not this. I think of this, not this. I feel this, not this. Still, this body-mind will function that way. But the goal is to realize yourself. You cannot give it up. It will be given up by itself. But as long as there is somebody searching or somebody with something, don't give it up. Okay, keep one intention to free yourself. This one you can keep. Or, as I say, just take it. I am that. You should read a bit more, I think. Investigate a bit more. If you ask me, when this sentence, I am that, means, you may not have realized it. It refers to what? How can you not know? I am that means you don't know what to describe what you really are. You don't know to describe. So you say to try to indicate, to convey, my dear child, don't suffer. There is something like a reality. I am that. The mind cannot describe it. Is not even allowed to describe it.
That is the point where I'm always.
Why stuck? You have not to think. You have to know that this is an indication for something you cannot make it out. And if the mind is so present, at least negate each time he suggests you something. It's not real. It's not it. When I say it's not it, means it's not real. It appears. It's a phenomena, of course. But it's not real. It's not it. It's not this. It's not that. Like that. Have a sword. Chalo. Cut off the heads. Or if you don't want, don't take this path. But this path is like that.
No other way, so.
I know, but then I have to wake you up a bit. Huh? Okay. It's part of it. Oh,